Clifton Raheem Bradley of the Underground Railroad television show. I am coming to you from out of Chicago, Illinois, in the United States of America. And you know what? Supposed to have a guest come on, but I think something coming on. That something came up. You know what I might have to start doing? I just might have to start. You know what? Um, Inviting probably two guests. But this is a footnote. Since the guest something happened with the guests, but the thing is, if it's God's will, tomorrow I should have a brother on Ace. We should be talking about Chicago, and we will be talking about the politics in Chicago and how it's structured, and we will be talking about global issues like what's going on in Afghanistan, what's going on in Palestine, what's going on in Israel, and we might touch on the virus. But if we touch on the virus, it's not going to be that much. We just give basic information. But you know what? All the people that have sent me so many emails, I appreciate that. And y'all have left me, you know what? I'm even surprised. You know what? Y'all have left me a lot of messages on Facebook talking about my content. I'm not talking about millions of people. Yeah, I'm talking about millions of of, of, of comments. But you have left me a lot of comments on Facebook talking about the content that I have. And I want you to know that I appreciate that, because I have a show that comes on YouTube and Facebook. And you probably say, how do I do that? That's because I'm using the Melon app. And one day I'm going to do something to showing people how to use the Melon app. And I'm going to put that link out there because you know what? You might want to use it too. You might be in a region of the world or a part of the world the way you know what you might have information that you might want to disseminate from to the people. Brother, you know what, David Cost, I would love for you to join in, but I would love for you to join in. Man, you know what I think I'm going to do? Because I'm not going to be on this broadcast not too long. But you know what, Mr. Cost, I will see if Mr. David would like to join in on the broadcast. He is a special friend of the Underground Railroad television show in Chicago. And what happened is I'm going to go and try to send him a link. And you know what? He might be busy. He might not be busy. But I'm going to try to send it to him though, because you know what? They say that the show must go on. I don't know. The show has to go on, but I just sent David a link to see if he wanted to be involved in the people that I own. But like I said, this is going to be a short show. But Mr. David Koss did a show with me. And what he was doing was he was talking about David and the UFOs. He's like, yeah, man, that's good. That's good. And he said something is going to happen in October, on all coastal areas. But the thing is, I'm gonna tell you something as objective. I think what something could happen in October, but I think that it's a possibility. David might be testing us. He might be testing us to see what people on Earth see what their reaction is going to be. Who is David? David comes. They say he told me David comes from another planet. Okay, not David. I'm talking about. I forgot the brother's name. Okay, and here he is. Here he is, Mr. Koss. What's going on, brother?
Well, I just heard your show going on, and I had to flip right over.
Man, Man,
Listen,
you know what, man? It's like hey, you know what? Oh, hold your shirt up so people can see it,
Venice
man.
Beach.
Okay, that's where you are.
Yeah, that's right where I'm at.
Are they for sale?
Well, I got this free from a guy. One of the shirt shops out here closed, and there's a whole pile of shirts out there, and he grabbed them all and gave me a couple of them. So I got a free one. But the homeless problem out here has gotten to the breaking point, and at the end of this month, the new sheriff in town says all homeless will be gone from Venice Beach, period. Now, I got to wait to see this happen because I haven't seen this in 32 years. So I don't know what it's going to do, how they're going to get rid of them.
Brother, you know what's going to happen, brother. And you know what? That's just a pretext of what's going to happen, because at some point, they're going to do that all over the United States of America. They have FEMA camps. They have FEMA camps. And you know what? I want y'all to Google FEMA camps. They have FEMA camps that are already set up already. So what you are watching in Venice, California right now, that's an example of what's going to happen all over the United States of America.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
You know what I heard yesterday, too, Clifton, is I heard in Virginia that the UN has brought in their own troops into Virginia now, and they're going to start taking away the guns and doing lockdown on our citizens in Virginia. I heard this yesterday. I don't know if it's true. I got to get somebody else to affirm it, but this is supposedly what's happening right now.
The National Rifle Association, the NRA, never stand for it. Never stand for it. And you know what? And I say this. You know what, Brother David? I can talk about that, but they're militias. They're militias. They're militias, and militias, I think, are armed groups that will protect, they say, the rights of the United States of America if our government got out of hand. I don't believe that they would tolerate that. I mean, tell me, will they tolerate that?
Well, I've wondered, the Galactic Federation's here, and they can step in and make a difference whenever they want, but they're not. They're letting us see how we've gotten ourselves in this situation through our own stupidity, our own elected officials working for the dark side, our own. It's been somewhat our own fault, but it's also been reptilian control of the planet. So to get everything worked out, it takes a little while, and they've planned it all with this big asteroid strike hitting the moon, which is coming up. The asteroid, what's it called here? UN 571 or whatever. I can't remember what the designation was for it, but they've planned it for them. And when that moon gets cracked, it's going to change the tides on the planet. It's going to change a whole lot of things. So, yeah. So that's what my announcement was on the program we did, was October to November this year. So everybody, like I said, got to get their food and water saved up and stored up for 120 days and 180 days, and we'll all be good to go.
Well, you know what, David? You know what I have to ask you, man. Man, you know what? First of all, y'all got to go to David's website, because I mean, you got to go to his YouTube website. I mean, he has his information is just so great.
Good information.
It's so great. You got to go there. And all you got to do is put in David Koss. See the broadcast? David Koss at YouTube.com. You got to go there. I'm telling you.
That's how to spin your fluids.
I'm not demanding that people from the Underground Railroad television show platform, but you should want to go there, okay? Because he is associated with the Underground Railroad television show in Chicago, and you know what? He has helped me. Just help me. And you know what? His video, he has a video that we did, and it will be coming on Chicago television. I know you say, David, that don't do you no good. You can't see it anyway.
I'm going to be praying all the time for it.
That, you know what? I'm looking for the date that it comes on. He has a show that will be aired on television in Chicago. Okay, it will come on AT&T television. It will come on Wild Television. Plus, it will come on Comcast. It will come on Saturday at 10:30. And you know what? I got the date. I don't know if y'all see the wrinkle paper. It will be on September the 4th and September the 11th, 2021. But if you don't live in Chicago, you know what? You can see it on YouTube. And you know what? You can go to my channel and you can go to his channel, okay, to see the things and the knowledge that he has about the UFOs, talking about Roswell and talking about underground cities. You can see it on television. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it was so great. You know what? It was so great. I said, you know what? Let me make 2 shows. So actually, you'd be on down there for you'll be on for 2 weeks. So
we'll give him a chance. We'll give him a chance to listen in and hear the truth. And, you know, Clifton, some people just don't want to hear the truth yet.
But it's coming, though.
They're like this. They don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it.
Don't nobody say I'm a monkey because of my color now.
No, there's a lot of monkeys around that look just like me, the monkeys. But you know, the truth is coming out, and everybody gets to hear it. Also, Clifton, California, Oregon, Washington State will be gone by November 1st. Gone.
Now I gotta ask you something, Dave.
Get out of here soon.
I gotta ask you something. Now, you know what? I'm giving you some room. That is the reason that I'm saying this. You are the messenger. And you know what? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. It could be a test to see what the reaction of the people will be. I'm giving you some room because you're the messenger. You don't know. It may be a test. It may be.
It may be a test from God himself. Can
I ask you something? Sure. Can you really say that? Because all you're doing is delivering the message. You're delivering the message. It could be a test. You're delivering them. What I'm saying is, you could be given that message to see what the reaction of the people. You know what? But at some point they're coming. They're coming. But go ahead. I'm giving you some room. Because you know what? This is going to be seen later on. Okay.
No, another one of these fast ones. Well, I'll tell you, it's up to every individual person to choose for himself. Mm-hmm. And that, of course, it could all be different. You know, if you live in Florida and you're a good buddy of mine named Rascala, he's not going to move. I've told him for 10 years about this event coming, and he's not going to move. He just refuses. Okay. You know, people live in Hawaii. I got friends over in Hawaii that I've sent messengers, to. They're not going to move. Mm-hmm. They're nice people. They're not going to move. Okay. Everybody gets to choose for themselves when and if they're going to stick around, you know. So
what I'm saying is all you're doing is delivering the message. You're delivering the message.
Only the message. And that's all we can any of us do, Clifton.
That's all you're doing. And I'm sort of giving you some room because you know what? Because they're coming sooner or later. Sooner or later they're coming.
Clifton, I've been listening to videos on the YouTube recently. This last week, I've been sending some to you, of course, and I don't know if these are valid videos or not, but they talk about how within our own governmental structure, there's two different opposing sides, and they talk about how the Patriots, who were behind Trump, and they're still in motion and still doing things to steer us in a more correct direction than the Biden administration is leading us down the road to destruction and immigration and raising taxes and flattening our industries and everything. So we're still watching. You and I can't solve it yet, but we can only observe and tell people what we know. And thank you once again for having me on today.
Oh, brother, absolute brother. Like I said, I am gonna, I'm glad to be associated with him. Please put your website in there. You know what? I want so many people to go to your YouTube page. I want so many.
I think just having them listen to these programs, though, they hear about going to YouTube, but then they come back to the next program because they want to hear more. They want to update.
Yeah.
The worst thing is to hear what's going on and not be updated on it. Then,
but you know what, man? I want to play an excerpt of something that you said, and you know what? Since I'm learning how to work this application, and Lord knows, me and David, I ain't gonna say me and David, I took a long time. I took a long time to learn how to work this application, and I'm still learning things. I'm still learning things about this application.
Always new tricks,
But the thing is, I want y'all to see excerpts of David on my YouTube page. But again, it's on his YouTube page too. Okay. But I want you to see excerpts. This will be on television. You gotta say, why I keep on saying that? That's a big thing. That's a big thing. As far as I'm concerned. And I don't want people to think I'm bragging and all that. Hey, I do a television show. And you know what? And if you do something like that, sometimes you got to blow your own horn.
Oh, you always got to blow your own horn. That's what you got the horn for, is to learn to blow it.
And I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. Let's see, David. You go do. David gonna laugh at me if I mess up. I know. But
there's no messing up.
Human.
There's no messing up, Cliff.
You know what? That's how we progress.
Right.
When I started out walking, I stumbled, I made mistakes, but it's okay. You know what? One day
I'm still falling down. I'm still falling down.
In action, we're gonna play some excerpts of a show that I did with Mr. Cos that would be on YouTube YouTube, but actually, once you put it on social media, it's there forever. So that means after me and Mr. Cos is gone, it'll be somewhere on the internet for people that want to find it. Okay. Okay. And let me pleased and honored to have a guest on the David Cos. He ran for president. And we're going to talk about conspiracy theories, and we're going to talk about elites. We're going to talk about in the Federation. And first of all, brother, tell us something about yourself before we even get started in the conversation. I guess you can notice I got on my television voice now. Go ahead.
Clifton, like I've told you before, I started out in a cornfield from Iowa, and I worked my way out, and I worked all the way up to Los Angeles, California now, and I've seen the whole country, and it's going to hell in a handbag, let me tell you. Handbag. But it can all be fixed, like overnight, if we just get our acts together. And everybody pull together, not pull apart. That's what's happening. Our country being pulled apart by differences.
Mm-hmm. Now, you know what I and people that do not know, what you can visit, Mrs. You can have Mr. Casa on your show. All you got to do is just leave a message because you have a Facebook page and you have a YouTube page. Now, how do people get in contact with you if they want to talk about the interplanetary connection between Earth and the United States of America and the world?
The best way is go to the YouTube and leave a comment, and I can get back to you. Mm-hmm. Another way is to go to Kaas David 4 at Gmail and send me an email, and I'll get back to you there. Or you go to Facebook. I'm on my Facebook page. People leave comments all the time. So there's 3 different ways, but the best way is just to listen to programs like you got, Clifton, the Underground Railroad, because that's where the good information is coming out all the time.
Okay, you know what? You had the information. You have to get, I specifically left it at that point because I wanted you to have the information of how you get in contact with David Koss to have him on your show. Okay, if you have a blog talk show, if you have a radio show, you have a television show, he is an expert on extraterrestrial life forms, and he is willing to do interviews. See,
I'm still trying to get on with Oprah. I'm still trying to get Oprah to call me. She knows a lot more than
Senator, let her know you want to come on. Maybe somebody in her little group or her big group may hit us.
Well, you never know. But she's still busy all the time, So.
Okay. But the thing is, you got to have David Koss on your show. If you do a blog show, have David Koss on. You do a radio show, you know what? I'm going to put his information in the description. You do an internet show, any show. I think he'll go out and speak. You know what? If you live in a different area and you want him to call you, he can call in. If you live in New York and talk about extraterrestrials, he can call. If he can't make
this, we can do this. What we're doing right now. Anybody can. I can do it with you, and I will do it with you because I got nothing better to do. So just give me a call.
I mean, and the thing is, you know what? I want you to get so much traffic, you're tired of it.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been getting just continuous subscribers to my YouTube channel the last month. Every day I click my cell phone on, I got more subscribers. So it's spreading. The news is spreading, word's getting out there, and on this electronic internet, and it's happening. Mm-hmm. But thank you, Clifton, for recognizing me and taking time to have me on your show, because this is where it starts at. This is the ground roots. This is the Underground Railroad.
And all praise. I turn around and say all praises due to Allah. And what it says, the thing of Hadith, you know what? The good that comes from me comes from Allah, God, and the bad that comes from me comes from myself, because I disobeyed and I did what I wanted to do. So, which is no laughing matter. But then
I fell to Lucifer. I fell to Lucifer's conniving and concoctions, and I didn't even know. Mm-hmm. He go around telling everybody his name's Satan. Mm-hmm. Everybody's believing it, but his name's Lucifer, and he's the biggest loser of them all. So,
and you know what? And the thing is, man, you know what? It's like that I'm going to emphasize that. You know what? Any type of show that you have, even if you live in a different city, you know what? Have this guy on, because he can give a lot of good, insightful information, because he has an inquisitive mind, But not only does he have an inquisitive mind, he's done the research.
Well, like yours. Like yours.
I'm talking about you. Don't put it on me. Okay.
No.
Okay. What I'm saying is he did his homework. He's not some Johnny come later.
I'm a farmer from Iowa. That's where I learned my slow and meticulous study of everything in life. You know, you got to take your time. You got to learn it. So that's how I learned how to learn. Is go by the books and go by the experiences.
But you read.
Yeah.
You read though. You read. You know what, man? I was with my granddaughter. She has so many books. But see, I read off the internet, but she inspired me sort of to be like you and her. I'm gonna start going back to the library and picking up a book. My books are not gonna be thick like y'all's. Y'all books are probably thick. Mine are gonna probably be like this. But my granddaughter said that's not important as long as you read.
Right. When I wrote Farm Physics, it was only 100 pages because I figured I want to make this a real quick read for everybody. I don't want to have people not buy it because it's too thick. You know, they haven't read it yet.
Let me ask you something, though, man. You know what? The books that you have written, are they still on Amazon? Can you still buy them on Amazon? Because we know people go to Amazon to buy books.
We got some used books there for different prices too. They're way too high a price. But I don't recommend anybody go buy any of those books anymore because they're out of print, and I don't get anything for them anyway. But I send them to the YouTube, to my site page at David L. Koss, and have them watch The New Cure for Cancer and everything else. And that's what they need to do right now.
Okay, now let me ask you something, because I'm going to get on out because you know what, man, I got to start preparing, to worship, and you know what, Lord knows I cannot put the internet before my Creator. I can't.
No, Creator is where this internet came from. Yes. He gave us this. He gave us this.
And the thing is, I hope that if it's God's, what day can we do a show next week? Do we talk about that on the phone?
Sure. We can do a show any week. Any week at all.
What about Tuesday? We try to do something Tuesday.
Sounds good.
Okay. But you know what? Please, brother, before we leave, give us information about how people get in contact with you. If they want you on their show, they should want you on your show, your radio show, television show, their blog. They want to write something about you. How do people get in contact with you?
Send an email to Kaas, Kaas, David 4 at gmail.com, and I'll get back to you. That's how you do it.
And YouTube. In YouTube, what do they do? What do they do at YouTube? YouTube.
You go to YouTube or Facebook, leave comments on either of my any of my videos, any of my postings. I usually get back to people because I just this is my main thing now. Especially with the COVID-19 lockdown and whatnot. Might as well get on the net. Spread around the information and let people know what's going on. And
but see, the thing is, this broadcast below, we want you to share. See, this button that says share. You look at my finger. Actually, I need to clip my fingernails, but
they're clean. They're clean.
Yeah. And you know what? If you like this, fine. If you hate this, fine. You know what? If you have constructive criticism, give it to me. Like they said in Goodfellas, he's a big boy. He knows what he said. When he was sitting at the table, I'm so funny. And Anthony interrupted and said, wait a minute, he didn't mean that time. He said, he's a big boy. He knows what he said.
What's going on?
But the thing is, I can take your constructive criticism and I can use that and I can grow. And I thank you to all of my detractors out there. Because you know what? All of my detractors and people that have put me down, you haven't really hurt me. You really helped me. Thank you. Thank you.
Aren't we supposed to help each other? Aren't
Yeah.
we? In any way we can. Any
Yeah.
way we can.
But you know what though? But you know what though, man? Some people do not want to share knowledge because they think it takes away from them. Hey, brother Kevin, how you doing, brother? Okay, I've been trying to get Kevin on the show, and you know what? He's busy, but I've been trying to get him on the show. But the thing is, some people don't want to share knowledge because they feel that you can take something away from them. But Mr. David, anybody, I cannot take anything away from you that Allah has already ordained for you.
Right.
You know, but they feel threatened to share their knowledge. I'm not threatened to share my knowledge. I mean, I could pass out all these cards. I could try to take your customers, but you know what? I'm not going to get any more than what the Creator wants me to have. And you know what? I'm already rich. I ain't talking about. Yeah. So, do you feel that way, David, when it comes to sharing information? Kevin wanted to ask you something. We are headed for a world war and civil war. What do you think about this?
Well, we are headed for real disaster in this country around November 1st from the 70-degree flip. Then, if we don't decide for peace, we're going to be overtaken by China, Russia, whatever countries. But if we decide to just get rid of all the pagan holidays, including birthdays, and start doing the 7 Mosaic feast days, we'll have peace for 1,000 years. And we'll join the Galactic Federation, and they'll step up our medicine and our technology, and everything will be really nice here. Beautiful. It'll be the beautiful place it was always meant to be. Get rid of those reptilians completely. But you know, it's our choice. It's our choice. It's what the people want to do. After the flip, though, it's going to be a different place. So let's give it a few more months and see how the whole thing comes out.
And you know something. That's what you're saying is true. You know what? Like I said, I really want people to know that people that feel insecure about sharing knowledge with somebody, you know what? You're really weak to a certain extent. But I guess that does not mean tell secrets of your company. But I'm talking about sharing basic information. And right. You know what? You think you feel threatened, but the reality is I can't take away what the Creator has for you. But I think, but if you don't have a religious theology, I can say this all day. You don't really understand what I'm saying anyway.
Well, I came from a Catholic upbringing, so I was a devout Catholic for 30 years until I had to quit. So I had to get rid of those old clothes, so to speak, and put on a new attitude. But it's easy. It's easy to believe in something that's really true or something that's a bunch of baloney. So I did it. I think everybody else could too.
Well, you know, David, I was really talking about people sharing information and feeling threatened. And you know what? And I feel sorry for them. But you know what? But I will say that me and you, I guess, are at a different stage of development. You know what? And by saying that, I'm not saying that our development is greater, but our development is different.
That's part of the thing is all of our developments are different, but that's why our Creator wants us to all come together to worship Him in the same way. Mm-hmm. We can do everything different. You can eat the food different. You can listen to music different. You do wear the clothes different. But we all have to come and worship Him on the same day in the same way. That's what He wants.
Well, you don't
he wants that. He wants that. That's what He told me.
Now it's good to have a different perspective, but I ain't gonna. Okay, you my friend. I ain't gonna say nothing. But you know what, man? Before we leave, I want to play an excerpt of you talking about what is going to happen. And then I got to clock out.
Thank
And
you, Cliff.
oh,
Thank you, sir.
come on, man. I mean, you ever hear that song, man? Me and you go a long way back.
We go all the way back.
Probably ain't never heard that song. Me and you. About it, was it about temptations of say me and you go a long way back, not in no romantic way, but you people out there with sick minds. There's somebody out there with a sick mind. But me and him go a long way back. And you know what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do that.
Hannity, Carlson, Judge Piero, listen up. All coastal areas will be flooded by tidal surge this November. Time to move inland, if in LA. Vegas is a start. Increased UV effect beginning to be felt. The Nemesis Nibiru system, totaling 12 planets, begins its passing this July. Get food and water stored now for yourselves and your loved ones. Many group sightings are now taking place. These are friendly visitors from the Federation here now to help. My contact Joseph extends his greetings to you all. He has informed me that 5 states will be gone by this fall. Guess which one? Once again, for those listening, all coasts will be flooded during the 70-degree rotation. The time to move inland is now. I am David Koss. Tune in and turn on to the truth. There really is much more coming your way soon. Thank you.
And the thing is, for people that are listening to this, I want you to go to Mr. David Koss's YouTube website. I want you to do that. And I want you to email him and send him information on Facebook. And let me remind people, the Underground Railroad television show, we have a production company in Chicago. We do television production. Okay. So therefore, we film events and we make television shows. And I would like for you to visit our website. I guess I got to promote myself now, man.
Of course. It's not just promoting, it's sharing. It's sharing, Clifton. It's sharing information.
Okay.
And you're great at sharing all this. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Do that a lot. So you know what? So we do television. We produce television shows and we do video editing in Chicago. But man, we would like for you to visit our website. It will be below in the description at the very bottom, and make a donation. You know what? You have not because you ask not. Okay. And we need your help because you know what? We want to grow. We want to have at some point, we want to have a Roku channel where we can have people on that are experts like David from walks of life that conventional television may not give the opportunity because the Young Turks started out like that. They have a Roku station and they started out on YouTube. Okay. And they got more and more knowledge. And you know what? And you have to. So I want to, we got a lot, but I can say what I want, but in reality, I won't get any more than what Allah wants me to have. So if Allah wants me to be good at this level, I'm going to strive to be the best that I can at this level. But we should all strive for things. But Allah, God knows what we deserve and what we don't deserve.
I always try to keep my ears open and my eyes on the future.
Mm-hmm. Keep your eye on the prize. So, David, I got to get off. You got any fit? You know what, David? I've been asking you so many questions. Do you have any particular message that you would like to give to the listening audience before we end this broadcast?
I just like to tell everyone that I love you all and I'm trying my best. to get this information out to you now. So, but thank you, Clifton. Thank you, sir.
No, brother.
Always.
Thank you, my brother. He's my brother from another mother. like I said, I'm not Tupac Shakur, the rapper, but you know what I say? You are appreciated.
Thank you, sir. You are appreciated as well.
I don't know if you ever heard that from Tupac Shakur was a rapper. He made a song, You Are Appreciated. You appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, have a great day, everybody.
All right, brother. May Allah bless you and your family. But I have to get down and get ready to bow to my knees and beg. I'm a beggar, and I beg my Creator for wisdom, knowledge, and light. I'm a beggar. I'm a beggar to my Creator.
I'm a thankful beggar. I'm a thankful beggar.
All right, brother. And brother
Right.
Kevin, just listening to this, man, I want you on the show, man. I don't mean to sound like Apollo Creed or Uncle Sam. Mr. Kevin, I want you. All right.
Come on, Kevin. Come on.
All right. Okay, brother. And God's will, we'll do something Tuesday if it's Allah's God's will, okay?
All right, brother.
Okay, salam alaikum to everybody. We're gonna
Great weekend. Thank you.